Hello everyone and welcome back to WesterosCraft Walks. I'm your host Kobe.
And I'm Lucia.
And today we are at the Stokeworth village that we saw last time, and we are gonna cross the little bridge into our next territory that we're visiting, which will be Mallory, House Mallory. We're still in the Crownlands. We will have a little map over here. So over there was Stokeworth. This is where we are at the moment. We are gonna go through the Mallery lands. It's a nice scenic route to the castle. So this is the route we're gonna follow. Here is the Mallery castle where we will end up. And nice view over the bridge. Someone is eating some dinner or lunch or breakfast, I guess. It's morning. Yeah. What do you think, Lucia?
I think they're eating breakfast.
Breakfast, yeah. We have our first little outpost over here. This is a little holdfast to defend the borders. So we are going to have a quick look here before we continue through the lands. We will talk about the arms. There are semi-canon sources that describe the sigil of House Mallory, which is 6 white mullets on a violet background. You have a nice little fountain there.
But the question is, will Kobe remember to put it in this time?
Yeah. I hope I'll put it on screen right now. I forgot last time, but I linked it in the.
If he doesn't put it on screen now, it'll be a pinned comment.
Yeah. Little sapped. I hope I don't think I have to put anything else in later on.
We'll see.
I think my only task is to put in the sigil. Hopefully, I don't forget.
Can't do that.
I only forgot once. I thought I forgot once before in another episode, but
so he doesn't learn from his mistakes.
Yeah, but that was this little holdfast. We will be on our way through the lands, and while we're on our journey, we have some history to discuss about House Mallory, some historical characters that are known from the series. There's not as many as last time. I think there are only 2 historical ones, and then some current Game of Thrones timeline people.
Well, that even 3 or 2 or 3 is still a lot from a house.
Yeah,
seeing that it's not one of the big major houses.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. Yeah.
So diving into the historical members of the family, first up we have Lord Mallory. And he's actually one of the last supporters of King Maegor Targaryen, which you could see with quite a lot of the houses surrounding King's Landing, like Harrenhal, for instance. They stayed loyal to Maegor even when Prince Jaehaerys came in. Followed by our second family member, who's Sir Raymond Mallory, who was actually a knight in King Maegor Targaryen's Kingsguard. But when Prince Jaehaerys came around, he actually abandoned his post and defected with his sworn brother Sir Oliver Bracken. But unfortunately for them, Jaehaerys accused them both of being oath breakers because, well, to be completely honest, they are. They abandoned their posts, their jobs to protect the monarch, which they were sworn to do and defend.
Even though he was a naughty boy.
Yeah, he was naughty, but I mean, they still swore an oath, so he was right in calling them oath breakers. And with most people, they were given 2 options, which are both really fun, of either being executed or taking the black. And them, along with most other people, chose to take the black and go up onto the Night's Watch. These 2 in particular, they went on to
was it Sable Hall?
Yeah, Sable Hall. And then Sir Raymond actually eventually became the commander there. So it's a small wall castle that's west of Rhymegate.
Yeah.
So
Rhymegate. Yeah.
Only a little one, but still.
Well, that was back in Maegor's day. So as you know, it is now abandoned. So yeah.
Along with most.
Only the 3 main ones.
Yeah, big boys.
Yeah. So back in those days, there were still a few more that were being used.
So we only have 1 family member left that's mentioned in the books, and that is, in the first book, A Game of Thrones, Lord Lothar Mallery was actually chosen by Lord Eddard Stark to accompany Beric Dondarrion on his mission to detain Sir Gregor Clegane. But it didn't really end that well for him, because sadly during the Battle of Mummers Ford, he actually drowned. So yeah, not great. But we'll talk more about that when we do a video in Mummers Fort, which is up in the Western Riverlands. So,
depending where you vote, we might be heading there.
You never know.
Yeah, no, we've got a few directions to go, so it's up to you guys. So yeah, I'm guessing, were there more characters from later books, or was it?
I mean, I couldn't see any from any later books. I could just see it from the first book.
Yeah, I guess there wouldn't be. Yeah. Even though we usually don't go past the first book in lore-wise, because the server is set in this time period, the end of the first book. But yeah, just wondering if there might have been some other ones. But Lucia pointed out this location, which is quite nice.
Yeah, I liked it. I was exploring the area to kind of get a feel of where we'd be going, so I would be able to see if there are any points of interest, because sometimes before we do a video I always do research to see if I can collect as many facts that we can use as possible. That's right guys, I actually do research. Crazy. And I just was flying around and I found this, and I thought it was one of those really nice things you see on the server where a builder just adds a nice level of detail where they have the lily ponds and the cattails and even the surface, the bottom of the water, there's different textures as well. So you've got the new pebble block, they've got a couple different colours for that, and that's a nice one that's come in. It's used a lot in the High Garden actually, and like the floor. Just add some different dimensions to it. But I love the lily pads. I feel like they sometimes don't get used as much, but they're nice. And the frogs like them.
Yeah, you can probably hear the frogs right now. But yeah, this is a little village outside of apart from the little houses that are outside of the main castle. But yeah, Lucia, just get it out of the way in the video. What do we say to the people who are gonna ask for High Garden in the comments?
Just wait, okay?
Well, you can check out the cinematics one. It's still unfinished.
Yeah, the problem is the main castle, I went actually today, and the main castle is finished, apart from the garden. But it's just the surrounding lands that take a while, because you'll often find with build, especially a big build like High Garden, where everything is so important, you will literally build like a small town, and the whole thing will get redone because something might be slightly off, or you want to change. Because the builders for big projects especially, they'll keep track of how many of a certain profession there are, and you don't want there to be like 8 tool workers and 16 glass blowers, and then you realise there's no bookbinders or other professions that aren't really found in smaller towns, but they would be in big towns. They have to make sure they get that nice balance. So High Garden is coming, and guys, trust me, from someone who loves High Garden, as soon as High Garden is finished, we're doing a video on it. Regardless of where we are in the world, we'll hop on a horse and ride
on a boat. We go find
ride
a boat.
Ride on the Old Town Road all the way.
Wait, isn't there a road called the Old Something Road?
Probably. There's probably at least one road that's an old something, and in the whole of the
Westeros.
Country? Yeah, it's a country.
The Seven Kingdoms.
The whole of this chunk of land.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, Westeros has a king and a queen, but all the different regions kind of have their own lords. So it's almost like it's like America with how America has their own states, and they have the one person at the top, but then each different state is run by their own internal government almost. So it's I think America would be the closest connection to what Westeros is.
Yeah. It's like America combined with the medieval feudal system of one at the top delegating powers to lower lords and the lower lords delegating powers to their vassals.
Yeah, like that, because the lords deal with their own laws and such. But, I mean, tell us in the comments what you guys think, how you would kind of categorize Westeros. Is it one big country? Is it a collection of micro countries almost?
Yeah, I think it is one big country, but like with their own cultural identities, kind of.
America would be the closest connection, I think.
I guess
don't get too off topic. I guess
medieval America, if that was a thing, because it is kind of a combination. But here we are having nice dreams, Lucia. Nice dreams of the castle at night.
Okay.
I thought you guys liked flying, so I guess little night shot with the little lights. But it's morning now.
Sheep.
Flying sheep.
Yeah, that'll make it a dream.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah. Yeah, but we can't have sheep on the server. Will cost too much, unfortunately. But yeah, it's morning again, and it's time to check out the actual castle now. It's a Norman style castle. It looks quite nice aesthetically, but
we're gonna get upset.
Yeah, there are some it looks very nice, but there are some practical use issues that we will point out, like this one. Do you want to point it out?
I mean, this was one I initially saw where
there's no murder holes.
Yeah, there's no murder holes. There's no internal gate. So if someone comes in, there's a door right here, and this leads up to all the connecting walls. If you've got this, you can go to everywhere in the castle.
Well, in the surrounding walls.
You can surround the castle effectively. You can chokehold them, and then you've just got quite a big control, because then you can control the gates. They can't get in and out just from that. And the crenellations are too high.
Yeah. It's a little it looks nice, but just as being a critically, as in if it is practical or not. It's
but there's one as well where I saw it because I know how Kobe likes his machiculations. I saw what I thought were machiculations, but then they're just decorative, because to actually use them you'd have to climb on the top of the tower, which strategically is not that great. But you could expose yourself, and if you're ugly enough, you'll blind everyone.
Oh, no. Yeah, so how this castle is separated, it's a Norman style keep, but you can see it there on the little hill, surrounded by another wall, and this is kind of where they have all the outside and lesser important buildings.
I mean, I personally really like it because from the outside, the castle, I first thought, it didn't look massive, because you just see the one tower and think, oh, how are they going to fit everything in there? But it's because it's so low down, all the other surrounding buildings, probably just so you get great views from the castle itself, or other strategic points. Look in the comments for people to be like, no woman, it's because of this. But I was quite surprised when I was walking around and actually seeing with all these small outpost buildings, it's actually a really big castle.
They got a lot of open space as well, which is good for defense. If, for example, if they take this outer section, they still have the inner keep where they can defend from.
Plus, if they want, they can put cows in the middle.
I guess they could use it for that. Yeah,
but then you get smelly cow farts.
Yeah, but it would be interesting for if they are under siege and they still had this inner ward, they could put it to use. Yeah. But
then again, people, if they attack, they could hide behind the cows. So,
I think they'll notice.
Plus and minus of the cow.
Yeah. So this is actually the inner section. We will come back to it. This is the main keep.
You better hope someone doesn't sneak through the door.
Yeah. But I think they did have 2 doors there, so it's better defended than the main gate.
I guess.
But yeah, before we go into the main keep, we wanted to show you this little outside bit. Well, not this area in particular, but you have a little outside gate over here that connects over the water.
Eventually.
It's coming up. It's over
Build
here,
for suspense.
Yeah.
Build for suspense.
I think that was little stables. Oh, here it is, around this corner. Here. This is also an entrance into the Mallery lands, because Over here you have a bridge over the water, and on the other side of the water should be Antlers. The project Antlers, the house. Lucia's looking at those doors. Yeah, we'll talk about them on the way back, because we're gonna go back. But yeah,
everyone's like, "What do you mean the doors?" I'm like,
overall, this is a nice. Overall, this is a nice little thing, even though the cart is like kind of blocking the road a little bit. But yeah, this is the outside border north towards Antlers, which is a project that isn't finished yet. It's not. I don't think it might be started, but like not really anything has been built. I don't think. Here's a little toll collector. For
you gotta pay the troll toll to get in.
Yeah, exactly.
Troll toll.
Yeah, I guess I'll.
What you say?
Troll. Hey. I don't know. Yeah, I did a little video on taxes and tolls as well on my personal channel.
Every
chance I get. But no, I think it's interesting if you guys
plug my channel. Hey guys, check out my YouTube channel with no videos, but somehow like 20 subscribers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, here those gates. They're kind of floating.
They're half a slab.
Yeah.
Too short. And I know people will be like, "That's so nitpicky." Well, no, just build the whole thing half a slab higher, because it looks like people can just crawl underneath.
Yeah, that's true.
But here is where you actually would smoke fish, which is a really good idea, because they've got the river so they can catch lots of fish. And on the other side of the river there's a little fishing hamlet as well. And it's a good way of preserving the fish, especially if there's an area where you can't easily access ice. That's the word, because they would be using... Or salt. I guess if you don't want it to be too salty, you would just smoke it, which in itself is a little salty, but less salty than salting. Because salting is just salt. Jinx, we're so cute!
Yeah. But yeah, coming back to my little plug, so yeah, on my personal channel I did a video on that, and I also wanted to ask, because Lucia said it is every chance I get, but I mean,
what?
It can't that I plug my own channel. But it's like I feel as in like if there is a video that I've made going in depth about something we see on screen, I feel like it's good.
Also, every time we go to an apiary, you're going to be like, "Oh, honey sweet. Kobe made a video on confectionery."
Yeah, and bees. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Do you mind me plugging my own historical videos? I don't know. It's more like a shout out, but one more is coming up later. But yeah, back to the video.
Khaled. That's how you gotta shout out. They're like, Kobe, in history.
Yeah.
Every day is hustle and hustle.
Yeah, so now we are actually going back to the actual keep now, the inner keep. This is the main entrance to the keep. Maybe I should have gone this way. But yeah, here is where I come to my next shout out, which is a little privy over there.
Because you're a toilet?
Yeah, like the privy, and then there's the human waste goes down the wall.
I like for this though, where they've used the same brick, but then the brown version to show
dirty.
It's where the poop deck is.
Yeah.
But the one thing I didn't like, sorry to interrupt, is where they've got it right near where the entrance kind of is. So it would stink. It would literally stink, because in case you guys didn't know,
the smelly
poop don't smell like flowers.
Yeah, so coming to another shout out, I did the video should be up. It should have come out today as well on my personal channel, where I go over the medieval profession of a gong farmer. So going through like how medieval human waste was disposed of, and how people cleaned it out, and what it was used for.
I mean, to be honest, gong farmer sounds way funnier than it actually is. I'm like, gong farmer, what is that?
It's a farmer, a person that collects all the poop.
And you're like, oh, that immediately sounds less fun.
Yeah.
But here actually is the kind of eating hall, but I guess it would also be the audience chamber, because there's no designated audience chamber which you would normally have, where they have a throne or a large chair that the lord would sit on, and people would go and be like, you come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding and you ask me to be a dung collector.
They wouldn't ask the
and he'd be like, no, I'm the lord. kill him. I don't know.
Oh, I don't think the Lord would be that bad, but this is the Lord's bedroom. And this is the privy room.
Also,
So
I think someone possibly may have deleted the door.
Yeah,
when I came here, I was waiting for the lead builder to be on so I could say to him, like, can I add a door here? Because I don't always want to add doors and assume. But I think there was a possible accidental deletion.
Over here as well, there should be a door as well between like this little balcony. Yeah,
because I was saying it to Kobe when we initially did the walkthrough for the recording that I like the idea of it being like the Lord can listen and overlook without having to like be there. But at the same time, if he isn't there, or people are just in the room, it's gonna go up and into his room and like wake him up, or
the reverse, people can listen into him.
Yeah, and especially with there not being a door, I just didn't think it was that good of an idea. But at the same time, I can see it from the point of view of like the separation and also the possible God complex he may have.
Well, I don't think this Lord would have a God complex.
Get it? Like, I'm God, I'm there. They're like, oh, the seven are amazing, and then he'll look up and he'll just be like...
The Lord will be like, hey...
You guys want some bread? And then I'll throw a loaf of bread down and he'll hit one of them in the eye, and it's a lawsuit, the whole shebang.
The Lord will be the judge, so he can throw the case.
He'll be like, you know what? I think he was right to throw that bread at you. You're annoying. And he'll be like, what? My lord, please! Just like that.
So here we've actually come to the end, but before we go to the poll where you can decide where we go next, Lucia has some other things to plug.
So if you guys don't know, WesterosCraft is actually on Reddit, Facebook and Twitter, all of them being simply at WesterosCraft, where we'll upload links to videos posted on YouTube so you'll never miss out, as well as some shader screenshots from around the server, either in locations we visited on that week's WesterosCraft walk video, or just random ones because we feel like it. So on our subreddit or on our Twitter, you feel free to upload your own photos from around the server, or ask questions about things in the world, or if you have any issues about getting onto the world itself. However, the best route to go if you are having issues getting onto the server is posting on the forum. There you'll get the best response from the most knowledgeable people.
So for the poll, over here is where we are at Mallory. Down here we have Gaunt, which is not finished, so it's not an option.
Don't you mean we can't go there?
So what you can choose from is northwest to Cressy over there, or we can go east to Thorn, or northeast to Hart. So those are the three options that you have for this week. You'll find the poll on the I button at the top right of the screen. So on screen right now you can find a link to the WesterosCraft Walks playlist, a link to my personal channel if you want to check out those medieval history videos, and in the description you can find the links to our social media. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye guys!
Bye!